So one of the things that the movies traditionally offered was an opportunity for an actor to become a movie star, which meant in the old days becoming defined in the public eye as someone who remained themselves while also embodying lots of different characters across lots of different stories and lots of different roles. I'm Ross Douthat, your host for the Film and Culture series at the Athenaeum Center for Thought and Culture. Under current conditions, it's clearly just gotten a lot harder for Hollywood to create those kind of stars, which is one reason that you see Hollywood sort of clinging so much to the stars who were created in the last sort of pre-internet, pre-globalization era of filmmaking, right? You see this with action movies that, everyone from Denzel Washington to Liam Neeson to Keanu Reeves, who is almost 60 years old, believe it or not, get sort of given these action franchises because there just isn't another generation of male action stars who are sort of ready to take on that kind of mantle. But what happens instead in our era, instead of an actor having this interesting alchemy where they have sort of a sustained identity as themselves, yet also as a set of interesting characters, you get, in the best case, an actor associated with one particular role in an unusually intense way. That's what serial television offers, the association of James Gandolfini with Tony Soprano, Bryan Cranston with Walter White, Jon Hamm with Don Draper. Or the actor, often just at the moment when he or she in the older world would be sort of coming into their own as a star, gets instead subsumed on the big screen into one or another or maybe several of the kind of superhero spectacle franchises where their identity is sort of lost in the identity of the pre-existing character, the Batman, the Superman, the Captain Kirk, the Star Wars character, whatever character they are sort of asked to inhabit. And in the first case, the case of serial television, you have a clear artistic opportunity to do something that probably that wasn't really possible for the movie stars in the old days. But that achievement then makes it hard to leave that character behind because you are so indelibly associated with that character. You have played them for so long across so many seasons of television. So it's hard for the stars of prestige television to reinvent themselves repeatedly across multiple roles the way, a Jimmy Stewart or a Tom Hanks was traditionally able to do. And then in the case of superhero movies, it just feels like some potential for development into full-fledged stardom is lost the moment the promising actress or actor is taken into the superhero franchise. And I feel like I've learned to sort of feel just a little bit sad when you hit that moment where you've seen an actor in a few roles, they're just sort of starting to make their mark, and it's like, okay, now they're going to get cast in a Marvel movie, and they're going to be doing that, across 3 or 4 or 5 films in what should be the prime of their incipient stardom. Movies that are still great movies in the old style can still be made.